Okay, hi everybody. I'm Danna Crawford. Welcome to this edition of Blab. This is I've been on Blab like 20 days now, something like that, and I love it. There's so much opportunity for us to express ourselves and to share information versus a webinar or something like that. So thanks, Drew. Appreciate you very much. But tonight's topic was thanks to the 18 people who are out there in the blabosphere. That's a word, right? Blabosphere. So those that are watching in the archives are watching from YouTube. This is being recorded to send to YouTube. So those you can go to blab.im/Danna Crawford. That's Danna Crawford. And you can find me on Blab. And then please subscribe so that you will be able to receive updates when we're doing more presentations. So right now I'm the only one on the hot seat, and we just have viewers that are not logged into Twitter. So thank you again for joining me this evening. It is Sunday, October 4th, 2015. Now, we were going to talk about auctions versus fixed price or buy it nows. So I was interested to hear what other people's thoughts were on that. And I have to tell you, I did a lot of, I've always been a 7-day auction person ever since back in the day. I've been an eBay seller for going on 18 years. It's my life. And I've always been a 7-day auction person. Now, I do like to do 10-day auctions sometimes, like when I have especially a celebrity type auction or an auction that is supporting a nonprofit or a ham radio or something that is going to be a sure thing, a high end, and it gets a lot of attention. I'll run a 7 or a 10-day auction, but I don't add a buy it now to those, but I will run those for 10 days. It does cost you an added fee to do that, and I don't mind paying that. Now, if I have like a ham radio, the most expensive thing I ever sold on eBay was a chopper motorcycle, and I ran that for 10 days. I recently did a t-shirt that was signed by eBay staff, and I ran that for 10 days. And they do really well for me. I run them for 10 days, starting on a Thursday, about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and then about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, 10 days on a Thursday. And then you get 2 weekends out of it, and it ends on a Sunday. So I've learned that about 2 or 3 in the afternoon seems to work really good for me. And it's early enough for the East or, California, the West Coast. It's early enough still for the UK and most countries. So especially if you're going international, it really helps to have 2 or 3 in the afternoon, that time of day. So in my experience, that's what's worked. Now, I'm going to share this. I'm going to click on Tell a Little Bird. Okay. And what that does is that just sends out to my followers on Twitter that we are live on Blab. So hopefully somebody else will roam in and take the seat, because I'm interested to hear what others think about listing on 10-day, 7-day auctions, and then also adding a buy it now if desired. So I don't generally like to add buy it nows unless it's holiday time, which is coming up. Now, a lot of times during the holidays, I'll add a buy it now because we have so many holiday shoppers. So those of you that are doing a lot of auctions, I want to recommend to you to add a buy it now or to consider adding a buy it now. Just go check the competition and see what kind of prices that they have that are current out there, and maybe make yours a penny cheaper or add free shipping to make it more desirable. But this time of year at holiday time, people prefer buy it nows in my experience, because they're all trying to get their Christmas gifts, trying to get their holiday shopping over versus waiting on a 7-day or 10-day auction. So keep that in mind as you're preparing your listings that fall in the category of gifts for the holiday shoppers. Now, if you want to do a fixed price, you can experiment with fixed price, aka buy it now, and not at auction. And you can run those for, however many days, the normal 7, 10, or 30 days, or good till canceled. Now, I've heard a lot of different people have different theories on what they think about running them at different intervals. I like to have mine on just good till canceled. However, I have been experimenting a bit with just running them out for 7 days and then seeing how that goes. But some people don't realize that you're paying that listing fee. And so if you run it for 5 days, 7 days, you're paying a listing fee and then to relist it again and again. So sometimes the 30 days just makes more sense. I personally like to just do good till canceled and then check on them now and then. So I would like anybody else that has any input would be awesome to hear what your theory or your thoughts are on good till canceled. Or I know I've heard a lot of controversy about that. Everybody kind of has a different theory. Oh, it's not good if you have it, let it sit, and then it has no activity. But in my opinion, it works. And then as long as you have auctions, because I like auctions a lot. So auctions tend to bring people in, and then sometimes they buy it now, or they'll go to look at your other listings, or they'll add you as a favorite seller, or it just helps that direction with, hi, welcome, Efrenio. Thanks for joining us. Sorry if I said your name wrong. You're welcome to jump in the seat if you have the ability. We're just talking about auction. Thank you very much. We're just talking about eBay and auctions versus buy it now. Are you an eBay shopper or an eBay seller? Some people that are just strictly sellers prefer the buy it now or the fixed price. They don't like to wait for auctions, but then there's others that love that good bargain and get a good deal. Or there's others that like to make an offer on the ones that are fixed price. So, okay. So you used to buy in a similar website. Okay. Well, eBay is the world's largest online marketplace. And I sell and buy on eBay exclusive. So it's where I do all my business. I don't use any other websites. I do sell some things on my own personal website, such as my consulting and my business. If you go to powersellingmom.com, that's my personal website. However, my eBay store holds all of my merchandise. I sell everything under the sun. I'm what I call a treasure hunt seller, and I sell things that I find at thrift stores, mostly church sales. And then I do consignment selling. So I get a lot of items that come in from consignment that people bring to me. So the thing is, I will do a listing and then make a decision. Should I do fixed price or buy it now or auction? And I do that I determine that factor by going to do my research. So I'll go to completed listings first. That's the first step. And then take a look at what the current market value is on each item. And that helps me to determine whether I'm going to do an auction. The bottom line is that you follow success. So whatever is going successful right now, who's being successful? Oh, hi, Selling Moms. Thanks for joining us. That's Carrie from Novato, California, joining us. And okay, so a grand never-ending adventure being with my Pokemon I love in this world. Okay, so we're talking about eBay, and we have someone joining us. We'd love to hear about what you think about buy it now or auctions. Hi.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. Are you an eBay seller?
I bought stuff off eBay.
Do you? When you buy stuff, do you like to do auctions, or do you like to do just buy it nows?
But had one time I bought a t-shirt off eBay and it never actually showed up.
What was that?
One time I bought a t-shirt off eBay and it never showed up until June after I bought it.
Really?
Yeah.
So did you report them to eBay? Did you report that?
Yeah, I did. I told them about it, and a week later, my shirt actually showed up.
Oh, so it was like a week late?
Yeah. I was like sometime in late June, it actually showed up. I got it.
Oh, wow, my goodness. That must be frustrating.
Anyways, got a lot of interesting stuff on there.
Yeah?
I do.
Hi, Carrie. How are you? Welcome. I couldn't get that.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, there you are.
Okay, that's better. I was trying to figure out how to get my speakers to work. Is Canto Rival ready? Are you walking around with your phone? Because it's hard. It's sort of distracting.
Oh.
I think he's getting settled.
I haven't tried Blab on my phone, but it looks like he's got a phone there. I've only done it on the desktop.
Yeah, I've done it on my phone. So it does work pretty good, right? Kento? Is that your name?
Sometimes it works out here.
Yeah. I know I logged into a Blab one day my husband had a doctor's appointment last week. And so I'm sitting in the waiting room bored, and I put on my headset and I logged into Blab, and I just started listening. And next thing you know, the people started asking me questions and telling me to come in the seat. And I was like, oh no. So I stepped outside of the doctor's office, and I was doing the same thing as him. I'm walking around holding my phone, and they could see all around me and everything. So it was the same thing. And I was like letting them know that I didn't want to ignore them, but I was at the doctor's office. So, but it turned out okay. But it works great.
Oh, good. Well, I'll have to try it. I noticed you were talking about fixed price versus auctions tonight.
Right. Yes.
I use both of those formats. So
what do you think about adding, let's see, I'm going to put him on mute for now. What do you think about adding a buy it now to an auction, having both? What are your thoughts?
I like to do that when, I think it's an excellent idea for the holiday season. I wouldn't go through a holiday selling season without adding buy it now, which is basically from now till the end of January. Just because I think people want to get their lists complete shopping, and they don't want to wait. They just want to, get that item. Other times of the year, I don't necessarily do it on every given auction. Sorry, my dog is barking again. But that's just because there's an additional fee for it, and I just try to watch the expenses.
Yep.
What do you feel about that?
Yeah, I was mentioning that earlier because, like, you're right on. I agree with you on the time of year with the holidays, because people, there might be that one person who doesn't mind waiting, so they'll bid on it. and then the buy it now still stays there if it's, it's not with it, what is it, 25%, or if it's within a certain amount, and then somebody else comes along and they want to buy it. So I like having the ability of being able to do that this time of year. But what do you think about if you do an auction and then you don't have it, and then someone messages you and asks you to add it?
Yeah, that's a good question. In fact, happened to me this week.
Did it? And what did
Yeah.
you do?
I said no. Sometimes I will. When you list something on eBay, you have an idea of whether it might go higher if you get a little bidding action, two people to go back and forth. And then you also sometimes put auctions up just to see what will happen. And you can let it go for a little bit less. And if you've had it for a while and somebody makes an offer, sometimes I'll end the auction. But when this is the first auction round, and right away, 2 days after you put it up for auction, somebody asks you, that to me is a little clue that it's a good item. And I told this person that I wanted to let the auction run its course, and that I would happily let her know if it did not sell at auction, that we could talk about it after it ends. So
that's a good idea. Yeah, I like that. I had a teapot on recently, and I couldn't find a lot of information about it, so I just put it on there, $9.99, and then here they came. For the first person said, "Oh, would you take $100?" And then that's always the clue that it's a hot item and it's going to go well. So never take the person up on that when that happens, because that's a sign that you've got a really good item. And so it was funny because I said, "No, I'm sorry." Usually what I say, even if it's not true sometimes, God forgive me, but I'll say, "This is a consignment item. I'm selling it for someone else, and they've requested me to do an auction. So feel free to bid on it." And this actually was my item, but then as the more of the questions came in, I just couldn't get over it. I had at least 8 people come and ask me to just end it and buy it. And people even will say, "Oh, I need this for a gift by next week. I can't wait," and da, da, da. And so you got to give them credit for trying. Right.
Absolutely. I love those kind of auctions, but not every auction does that. A lot of times I think I use auctions just to get more eyeballs over on the rest of what I'm selling, or just because I want to give somebody a really good deal. If I got a really nice price when I bought it, and I, just want to get my items moving, I'll just put up, I always kind of have this goal in mind. I have maybe 100 to 150 things listed. I'd love to do more, but that's sort of where I stay. And then I'd love to have like 10% of those as an auction, like 15 to 20 auctions running. And then, of course, with the holidays coming in, I like to do even more with Buy It Now. So auctions are fun, though, aren't they?
Yeah, I am a huge auction fan. So you're right. I try to run them as much as possible. I just shot some out yesterday, 99-cent auctions, and we'll see what happens. So I got a bid right away. It's so fun when you get a bid right away. And it does bring you, I ended up selling an American Girl doll outfit that I had up for a while. And you wonder if the auction doesn't bring them in because of that. And I think it does. I think it works.
I do too. There's another feature on there that I don't know if people understand, but it is the second chance offer. When, sometimes that first person, for whatever reason, they get they bring up the auction and they win, and then they just don't want it. And at that point, I've used the second chance offer to offer it to the next highest bidder. And I've done this maybe, I don't know, a dozen times, maybe more. And do you think that the people understand that they're getting a good deal as a second chance offer? Many people didn't take me up on that, and I'm just wondering, do you think they just moved on and found the item somewhere else, or how does that work for you?
Well, sometimes people will end up not waiting and they will end up buying it. So what I do when I do this, like say if I have a CD and I have 10 CDs and I'll just go to the second chance offer and I'll just go down the road, and say 10 down to the one that is the lowest price that I'll absolutely take for it. And then I put a little note in there saying, thank you for your bid. I have another one. I don't tell them I have 10. I just say I have another one and you were the next bidder. And I would like to offer it to you at your high bid amount if you're interested. If not, I'll relist it. No worries. And usually when you word it like that, with a friendly tone, I haven't had anyone turn it down. So yeah, I think it's all in the way you word it. Because in the past, if I just clicked second chance offer and didn't say anything, it seemed like more people would turn away versus, have a little something to say. So how did you handle it?
I think that's a great tip. Just letting them know. I think that's a great thing about eBay is you can really connect with the people. If it's something they're obviously interested in it, if they left a bid. So if they haven't found it elsewhere, it's great to be able to. Oh, somebody wants to get on.
Yeah, Afrin. I know I said his name right the first time. So hopefully I can say it right again. So yes, please, as long as it's on topic, we just like to try to stay on topic. Love to have you join us. All right, here we go. Great.
Good day, everybody. I just have a couple of questions for you, okay?
Sure. Are you on audio only?
Yes, I'm not using webcam for a while.
Okay, no worries. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Welcome.
Thank you. I was running the eBay now, and I see that there is a lot of products from different countries, China as well, and different countries, And I would like to know about the currency and the tax that it is imposed to these products, because I'm in Brazil, for example. If I buy a product from the United States, I think there is some taxations in import tax and another tax involved. I would like you explain for me if you have knowledge about it, okay?
Right. Yes. Unfortunately, we don't have any control over that. So when you buy an item from an eBayer in the US, and then when we send it off, there's a customs form that says the amount of money that you paid for the item, and that can't be changed, or it shouldn't be changed legally. So whatever that item is, valued at, then when it comes on your end, whatever the rules are with your country on the taxes on that dollar amount, it's out of our hands. I actually received a bad feedback once from someone from Brazil, and she bought a bunch of Barbie dolls from me, and she was very upset because she had to pay that tax, and I couldn't, my hands were tied. So you can't really hold the eBay seller responsible for that when it happens. There's no workaround unless you send a note to your eBay seller and say, this is a gift for someone. And if it legally, really, truly is a gift for someone, then it can be marked as a gift. But if it's something for your use, then it has to be adjusted like that. Have you had issues with that, Carrie?
Well, Fortunately, I've never had a bad feedback over that. I have actually had people ask me to mark things as a gift. I think that as eBay sellers, we probably get a lot of that. So, but legally we can't do it. So I usually say no.
Yeah. Well, now the way that the system is that's why I love global shipping. So, let global shipping handle everything. We don't have to deal with it. There's no altering. You're welcome. I hope that answered your question. Thank you so much. And, we appreciate you joining us. I'm from Florida. Carrie's in California. And, I ship internationally. You do too, right, Carrie?
Oh, yes. I love the global shipping program. And I mean, it's so simple. Some people have asked me to go outside of the global shipping program, but it's too much of a inconvenience for me now. I'd rather use the global shipping program because I know that they will get their item safe on time. I mean, I've had things shipped to Australia and it seems like they're getting there in like 5 days. I mean, and that seems pretty far away. So, and I haven't, I've shipped all over too. And I've been doing it even before the global shipping program, even to Italy, I guess, so.
Well, you didn't ship shoes there, right?
Oh, no. No, and no cloth parts or whatever else. Just the funniest.
Well, I think that we should have that maybe for our next week topic on international shipping. So, or international selling, maybe.
That would be a great topic. People have so many questions about it. And I think that people on this topic don't necessarily understand the reasoning why you might put something on fixed price versus auction. I heard you talking when I first came on about you do a little research to see how the items traditionally sell.
Mm-hmm. And, yes, and it's funny because my husband just proved me wrong on that today, and he did research on an item and he listed his item for more. It was like $10 more than the average one, and he sold it. And so I couldn't believe that he was able to sell that. I swear my son calls me at the worst times. I have to decline. He did this my last presentation. Oh. So, yeah. So anyways, now I'm all thrown off, but,
that's all right. I can talk about, why I do fixed price.
Yes, please.
I actually feel like some of the, categories are flooded. Like there's so many, jewelry sellers. There's so many women's clothing and shoes on there. It doesn't make sense a lot of times to run an auction on those things because unless they're extremely unique, like handmade or, I'll run auctions on those when I have maybe a special promotion from eBay letting me list a bunch of free auctions. But otherwise, I like to put those sort of, I don't call them everyday items, but things that people need, like clothing or shoes, and like fashion jewelry. I like to put those as fixed price with always with the make offer feature. Is I will tell you that I will almost always know that I will start it at fixed price with wiggle room to hold a sale, almost always giving people 20% off what I put up as the fixed price.
Okay, and then when you do that, when do you determine it's time to run a sale? Do you let it go for a few months first, or is there any rule?
You know what I do? what I like to do when I first put up the fixed price item, I put it up for 10 days because I find that at the end of the 10 days, those listings come up like they're going to end soon, so they'll come up in search results. And then I'll do it again at 10 days, but after 2 10-day run-throughs, I might put it on good till canceled and put all those things on sale. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that does. Right. Well, I know I had someone recently, well, it was Memorial Day, I think, and brought me a bunch of gold and silver. And I ran those all on one-day auctions. And I really kicked butt with that strategy. And it seemed to me that after that experience now, if I have gold and silver, I'm just going one-day auctions because it worked so well. And then I had them end in like 10 in the morning. Anywhere I had them running up until about 4 in the afternoon. So I had like auctions going every, 30 minutes from 10 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. And I did about $6,000 in just one day of running one-day auction. So after experiencing that, and it was a holiday though, so it was Monday. They all ended on Monday, Memorial Day. So that I think made a difference as well.
Yeah, that's an interesting strategy. Maybe something to do with don't we have we have Black Friday and what's it called for Black Monday or something?
Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday. I should know Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But that might be good. I think I've never done a one-day auction because I've done 3-day auctions. That's a great way to get things moving. But I thought one day was restricted to just like sporting event tickets or something.
No, it's not restricted. You can do now you can't do it on like Louis Vuitton or designer purses, those kind of things. You can't do one-day auctions. You could do 3, but you can't do 1. But gold and silver, I had no problem doing one-day auctions. And it was also another opportunity to keep in mind if you need money fast or if it's getting closer to the holidays. It's like, okay, let's, I can ship, I still have time to ship. Let's do a couple of quick one-day auctions and see if, you can get that sale. And, the crazy people, you just need 2 of them to get in there and get in that bidding war. And if they can still get it in time for the holidays, it can work.
Definitely. Well, I just learned a new strategy. I'm going to have to try that. See what I can put up for some one-day auctions. Because who doesn't need money this time of year? I mean, I already saw the Christmas stuff over at Target, so.
I know, right? I was in Walmart the other day and I went in to buy paint. We're painting a room and I went in to buy paint and the Christmas trees were all in my face. I was like, what? Where's the pumpkins? Made no sense.
Totally. I know. Yeah. I had so much fun at Macy's the other day in the Christmas area too. They had the most beautiful trees.
I bet.
But so I'm selling Christmas ornaments on eBay and Christmas items too. So those might be some of those things to try at a shorter duration, because like I said, things are starting to heat up for holiday and gift type items. I think jewelry is another category where people, want to buy gifts. I think about like it's really warm here still. I know you're in Florida, so you probably have the same. I mean, it's 70 degrees, and I'm looking at fuzzy cashmere scarves and gloves and blankets and things that I want to get listed.
Yeah, especially I've done well with electric blankets. I always try to pick those up and I've done really well with those. So if you spot any of those sell well too.
Oh, I'm surprised you can find those in Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it. It's rare. So it's usually when somebody, I guess, moved here from Michigan or, the Midwest or someplace cool that they're getting rid of their electric blankets. So it's, they sell them really cheap at yard sales. So I try to grab them when I see them because I've done really well with them in the past. And there's all different kinds. You got your dual settings and different kinds. So just make sure that you check the recall list. So do some research on not only eBay, but do a quick research on Google to make sure that the cords haven't been recalled or they're causing some kind of fires so that you don't list them. There's something wrong with them. That's one thing. But yeah, so I'm thank you so much for joining me today. I glad that I was able to see you.
Sorry about
I think your dog's barking at my cat.
My dog's really loud.
I can hear my cat meowing, so maybe your dog hears my cat.
I know sometimes they do. She does hear like other animals on meetings, and they're funny about that.
Yeah, I can faintly hear my cat.
Their imaginations go crazy, right?
Yep. Yep.
But I just I have one more question, then I gotta run. But so I have a basic store subscription. I don't know, I'm sure you have maybe more than that. But for people that just don't have store subscriptions, they're paying a price for fixed price, and they get 50 auctions free. Is that right?
Yeah. And then the thing is, everybody gets different offers. So, I helped a lady the other day and we got her account set up and got her store set up and logged in, and she had 1,000 free listings. So, eBay has so many different offers that we don't know about, and you never know until you log in and you go, check your messages or whatever and see what kind of an offer comes in. So that's a tough call, on what you're going to have. But okay. Yeah, so I think that, to wrap things up, just to recap with you, we had auction versus fixed price. And I think that this time of the year, if you're going to run an auction, it helps to have a buy it now along with that. And then if you're going to run a fixed price, to add make an offer. And then Carrie brought up the opportunity to run a sale. So those items that have been in there for too long, as it gets closer to the holidays, that's when you might want to drop the price and run a special sale. Not drop the price, but run a percentage off for the store owners, because you have to have a store, right? To run Markdown Manager, it's called. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm excited about the holiday season, the holiday selling season. I'm ready to pump up the sales.
Sounds great, Danna. I hope to catch you on another blab sometime soon. If you're going to be doing Sunday nights, that's great.
Yeah, it seems like we have house guests coming, so I can do it again next Sunday night. And then I don't know unless after that I might be going to Disney, but I could always blab from Disney. We'll see. But yeah, so thank you, everybody. I'm going to stop the recording now. And thank you, Carrie, so much. It's always great to see you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.